What do I love about Florida? One of the things I love about Florida is we don't have taxes, right? One of the reasons we don't have taxes is because we have a lot of tourists. And what happens when there are a lot of tourists coming to this state? A lot of them are driving rental vehicles. And in Orlando, what we see is these tourists are a lot of international drivers. They're not used to the roads here. Some of them from England, Scotland, that area, they're used to driving on the wrong side of the road to us. And so there are a lot of crashes because tourists are driving and they don't know where they're going. And often they're driving rental vehicles. Let's talk about what happens when you're involved in a crash. Let's say you're involved in a crash where the rental vehicle is on the other side. So in the old days prior to 2005, you could sue Budget Rent-A-Car, Avis, for owning that vehicle. In fact, when I was a defense attorney, we had Budget Rent-A-Car as one of our biggest clients. But the Graves Amendment in 2005 changed that, and now you can't sue rental car companies. It changed the whole dynamic of those type of cases. But what's important is most international drivers in Orlando get supplemental insurance through the rental car company. So now they're not insured by the rental car company for the vehicle itself, but they're insured through supplemental insurance. So that's something that always needs to be looked into, because a lot of times people are like, well, I got hit by someone from England, they don't have anything. But it turns out the rental car company required them, since they're international and they're worried about how they're going to drive, to get supplemental insurance. And almost every time I've seen that supplemental insurance, it's $1 million policy. That's a big deal, because if you're catastrophically injured, you have the opportunity to actually get just compensation for that. So that's how you can look at rental car companies if you're hit by one. If you're driving a rental car, you may be covered through your auto insurance. You need to check it before you get to where you're going. Check if your auto insurance covers rental vehicles, because sometimes it does. And also a lot of Visa's, American Express. If you rented a car with an American Express, it covered everywhere you went. I know for sure they do not cover in every state now. And I know that because we go to Colorado and we used to use the American Express, and they stopped covering Colorado because there's so many crashes during the ski season that they said, we're not going to cover it anymore. So when you're in a rental car and you're driving, you got to be careful. If you have insurance, be careful, because you probably don't need the supplemental insurance. It's kind of a extra that they try to get you by, because most oftentimes you're covered by your own insurance.